Alright, hello and welcome to today's Daf. Today is Sukkah Daf Mem Zayin, Sukkah 47. Waiting for Shmuel to join us.
What do you say?
What's today's Daf, Shmuel?
47.
Did you hear that from me or you knew that?
No.
Alright, let's get right to it. The Gemara says, on the second line of Mem Zayin and Al, Rav Yosef, Nakot Rav Yochanan Biyodcha. Rav Yochanan said, at this point, we're saying that if on what people call Shmini Atzeres in Chutz La'aretz, right, you sit in the sukkah, but you don't make a bracha. The Rav Huna Bar Bizna V'chol Gdolei Ador Iklu B'Sukkah B'Shmini Safek Shvi. They came in Chutz La'aretz on the 8th day, which was Shmini Atzeres, not simple Torah, just the 9th day. Meisav Ha'u Yasu, they would sit in the sukkah Ruche Lo Briche. They don't make a bracha. Maybe he held that we said an opinion before. Once you make a bracha on the first day, on the sukkah, you don't make a bracha anymore the rest of the days. So Gemara says, they had a tradition that they were coming from the meadow, and they weren't in a sukkah the rest of the days. This is the first encounter with a sukkah, so they should make a bracha. In fact, they make a bracha shows you don't make a bracha on Shmini Atzeres. Ikada Amri, Bruche Kuli Amalo Pligi Lama Barchina. The Machlokis is not about making a bracha. Everyone agrees on Shmini Atzeres and Chutz La'aretz you don't make a bracha. Ki Pligi L'Meisav. Machlokis is whether you sit in the sukkah. Manamar Shiva L'Sukkah Meisav Yasvin. And the one who considers it to be the 7th day of Sukkah, so you actually sit in the sukkah. Manamar Shmini L'Zelazeh Meisav Nami Lo Yasvinan. And if you hold that it's the 8th day, for Zeh for sitting and making a bracha, we also don't sit in the sukkah. Amar Rav Yosef, Nakot Rav Yochanan Biyodcha, the Mara D'Shmaisa Mani. Hold what Rav Yochanan said, because the Mara D'Shmaisa Mani, who's the one who argued on him? Rav Yehuda Bareder of Shelas, Bareder of Shela, the Bareder of Shmuel Bar Shelas. He said the name of Rav. Uvishmini Savik Shvi Lavarmi Sukkah Yosef. He actually didn't sit in the sukkah. So we see you don't sit in the sukkah. The halacha is you actually sit in the sukkah. In Chutz La'aretz, 7th day, you don't make a bracha. Do you sleep in the sukkah, Shmuel?
I sleep in the sukkah?
On Shmini Atzeres.
Oh, no.
You don't sleep in the sukkah. Why not? What's the difference in sleeping and eating?
What's the difference?
I'm asking you. This is the halacha. You're right. The Vilna Gaon says, the Mishnah Berurah Paskins, that on Shmini Atzeres you eat in the sukkah, but you don't sleep in the sukkah. Why not?
Right.
You know the reason?
Yes.
Tell the audience.
The audience? Well, it's like
It's a bit complicated. I mean, Shmuel lost sleep over this. Actually, on the night of Shmini Atzeres, he couldn't fall asleep. He was unsure what to do. So because he didn't know what to do, he didn't go to sleep because he was thinking about it the whole night. If he wasn't thinking about it the whole night, he probably would have gone to sleep in the sukkah. But because, that's the explanation. The explanation is because Shmuel was thinking about it all night, so he didn't sleep in the sukkah. He wasn't sure what to do.
No.
All right, let's go on. No, the reason is I think the Mishnah Berurah says is that it's very normal to eat in a sukkah even the rest of the year, so it doesn't look like Baal Tosef. But to sleep in a sukkah is not really normal. People don't actually sleep outside. Only on sukkahs you do that, not a regular day. People eat outside. A lot of restaurants have outdoor seating options, right? All right. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Omer mizman b'shmini shel chag, v'ein omer mizman b'shvil shel pesach. You say shechianu on Shmini Atzeres, but you don't say shechianu on the last day of Pesach, which is the 7th day. Amar Levi. You should know this is true. The sukkah of lulav and yisach. There's 3 differences between Shmini Atzeres and sukkahs. First of all, you don't sit in the sukkah. Second of all, or at least you don't make a bracha on the sukkah. Second of all, there's no or Eretz Yisrael. You don't sit in the sukkah. Lulav, there's no lulav on Shmini Atzeres. And no nisach hamayim. According to Rabbi Yehuda, it says that even on Shmini Atzeres they would do a water libation. At least 2 things it's different. Therefore, it's a separate yom to say shechianu. Right? The Amar Mar, Laila Rishon Chol, Mikan Ve'elach Rishus. It's only a mitzvah to eat matzah the first night of Pesach, but on the seventh day you don't have to eat matzah. Whereas hachiyash tahasa milayla chalak miyom eno chalak. There, it's different in the night. The night you have to eat matzah. The first day of Pesach, you don't have to eat matzah. So therefore, the seventh day is not any regarding the day part of it. It's not any different. Here, even during the day, there's differences between Shmini Atzeres and Sukkot. Ravina Amar zechalak mishalafanav zechalak mishalifnei fanav. By Shmini Atzeres, it's different than the preceding day. Then Hoshana Rabbah, the seventh day, you already have three differences already. But Pesach, it's only different from the first day. So the seventh day is pretty far away from the first day, so therefore it's not Shechianu. Amar of Papa. Papa is a different shot. Hachal ksiv par, hasam ksiv parim. By Sukkot it says the word parim, that you're supposed to offer multiple bowls. On Shmini Atzeres it only says par, so therefore only one bowl you bring, so therefore it's different. Rav Nachman Yitzchak Amar hachal ksiv bayom, hasam ksiv uvayom. By Sukkot it keeps on saying with a vav, uvayom. Harishonu, Yom HaShmi, Hasheni, Yom HaShish, they're all connected together. Shmini Atzeres is just Ba Yom, so you see it's a different day. So therefore we make a Shechianu. Rav Ashi Amar, Hachak Kiziv Kimishpat, Hasan Kiziv Kimishpatam. When it comes to Shvi Shel Sukkos, it says Kimishpatam, plural. And the next day on Shmini Atzeres, Kimishpat, so they're different. Leimim Sayale, say a Prutim, a Parim, a Elim, Vakfosim, a Akmin Zedze. Right, normally on Sukkos you bring three types of korbanos. You bring a bull, you bring a ram, ayil, vakfosim, you bring sheep, different amounts, different days. So if you don't have one or the other, so the ma'akvin kuzeh according to everyone. If you don't have one type of animal, so then you can't bring any of the animals. Rabbi Yehuda Omer parim ma'akvin zeh shrei mismatin v'holchin. Rabbi Yehuda says that the parim aren't responsible for holding the other korbanos back because they're not a stable korban. The whole sukkah, they go from, I think it starts with 13 parim to 12 parim. It goes down every day. So they said to Rabbi Yehuda, if according to you, even all the animals should hold the other animals back. Why? Because on Shmini Atzeres, right, it goes from normally you bring two elim and 14 kvasim, and on Shmini Atzeres you bring one ayil and 7 kvasim, so it goes down. Amar lahen Shmini regel v'ne'asmo. Yehuda answers back to him, you can't bring a proof from Shmini Atzeres, that's his own regel, it's his own Yom Tov. Just like the 7 days of Sukkot, you have to bring its own set of korbanos, and you have its own shear, right? You want to accompany the Levim, to accompany the korban, ubracha, and it has its own bracha. We'll see what bracha means, velina, and you have to stay over the next night. You have to stay over the night after Yom Tov Rishon. Af Shmini ton korban v'shir bracha velina. It needs its own korban, its own unique korban, its own shear, its own bracha, and it needs a lina. It needs its own lina to stay the next night in Yerushalayim. So the Gemara says, "My loves man." What does bracha mean? Doesn't it mean shechianu? So you see, just like Sukkot has its own bracha, its own shechianu. So therefore, Shmini Atzeres is own shechianu. A proof that we were saying before. The machlokes, whether you say shechianu or Shmini Atzeres. The Gemara says, "Lo birkas hamosim with tefillah." Really, we're talking about mentioning Shmini Atzeres in benching and in tefillah. The Gemara says, "Hakanam mistabra." That makes sense. If you'll tell me bracha really meant shechianu, zman kol shiva miika. Can you say that bracha, zman shechianu, applies all 7 days of Sukkot? So the Gemara says, "Hello, Kash." That's not really a question. It is possible to have shechianu the whole 7 days of Sukkot if you don't make it the first day, so you're able to have tashlumin and make it up the rest of Sukkot. But you see, obviously, shechianu. The Gemara assumes you need a cup of wine when you're making the bracha. The fact that it said that Zman is all 7 days, and Mustamba you don't always have a cup of wine, so you see, like the proof of Nachman, you can say shechianu even when you're in the middle of the marketplace, you're buying something in the marketplace, you can say shechianu. Kos kol yom miika.
Kiddush kos.
Right, you're not going to have a cup of wine.
Why? Because you don't make Kiddush.
Right, people don't carry wine with them.
No,
I mean, some alcoholics maybe do, but
it has to be with the Kiddush. No, then that's the idea.
It has to be on a cup of wine,
Yeah,
like
but it's a kiddush type of wine, not this.
Kiddush type of wine.
You
What
don't
are you
think so?
talking about? The one that's kosher for Kiddush?
No, I mean to say you have to say the Asher Kedushan mitzvot.
No, you gotta say it a bracha. The
But
Masader
you
ala
don't
kos.
say
A lot of
really.
brachos like Berachas Erisin, Berachas Nisuin, you're Masader them on a kos, right?
And that's the idea.
Right.
Why should we think Asher Kedushan was one of them? I mean, there's a lot of brachos you don't need a kos for. I'm saying what.
Because it's a bracha on the Yom
You don't make
Tov. It's a
shechina
bracha.
when you like Nevis Kanak, you don't need a kos.
Yeah, you do.
You don't take a kos
No,
yain.
without a kos
You
yayin.
don't take a kos yain when you make.
Because you have a chefsa of mitzvah. You have a menorah over there. Here you have no chefsa shal mitzvah. You have nothing to base it on. It's just saying a bracha randomly in the shuk. The Rav Nachman says the Yamar Bein on Kos Yom Migigah. The Gemara says Dilma Dirkle Kos. The Gemara says maybe it's not a proof of Rav Nachman. Maybe we're talking about a case that he really had a cup of wine. It happened that he had a cup of wine. So the Gemara says V'Sava Rabbi Yehuda Shmini Ton Lina. This Bryce said that Rabbi Yehuda holds that Shmini Atzeres, you have to stay the next night after Shmini Atzeres is over. You have to remain that night in Yerushalayim. Is that really true? V'Atan Rabbi Yehuda Omer Minayin LePesach Sheni She'en Ton Lina. Pesach Sheni doesn't need Lina. Right, the 14th day of ER, right? If you didn't bring Karm Pesach on the first month, you bring it the second one. Shnemar, Fanisa Boka V'Lachta Alecha. If Sheishis Yom Tochal Matzahs, it puts 6 days eating matzahs next to Fanisa Boka V'Lachta Alecha. Etche Ton Shisha Ton Lina. Holiday which needs 6 days. So Pesach needs Lina. But if it's only 1 day holiday, you don't need to stay over it. Isn't it coming to include not just Pesach Sheni, but also a 1 day Yom Tov like Shmini Atzeres? Lo, Lemute Pesach Sheni the Kavas. The Gemara says no, really, it's only to Mimayit Pesach Sheni, which is like Pesach Rishon. But Shmini Atzeres, maybe you'd have to stay Lina. So we're talking about Masara, makes sense. It's not Abikurim to the Korban V'Sher V'Tnuv of Lina. Bikurim, when you bring Bikurim, right, you bring the first fruits of the Zayim Minim in Eretz Yisrael. So you have to bring a korban with him, a shlamim you bring with it. The shear, it has this unique shear of a tnufa, you wave it. The lina, you have to stay overnight. Man Shama say damar tnufa, who holds that you do tnu waving by Bikurim? Rabbi Yehuda, it's Rabbi Yehuda, Kamar Ton Lina. And Yehuda says, you need lina. The Sanya, Yehuda Omer, V'hanachto, Zut Snufa. It says Vanachto, when you place the Bikurim down, that refers to waving the Bikurim. Maybe it just means placing it down in front of the Kohen. It said already previously that he put it down. We already know he put it down. Why does it say Vanachto? Zutnufa, to tell me that after he puts it down, he picks it up and waves it again, and then he puts it down again. Maybe it's not Rabbi Yehuda, maybe it's Rabbi Yaakov, the Sanya, Allah Kohen Etenem Yadecha. And Yaakov also learned that you need, like Rabbi Yehuda, that you need waving by the Bikurim. My time with Elazar ben Yaakov. Where does he learn it from? Asik Yad Mishlamim. As Xer Shava, it says Yad by Shlamim, it says Yad by Bikurim. Kohen will take the basket from your hand by Bikurim. By Shlamim, Yadav Tivienu. The hands should bring it. It's Yishay Hashem. Makan, Kohen. Aflahalan Kohen, just like Bikurim, it says HaKohen Adem Yadecha. So also by Shlamim, the Kohen is supposed to wave it. Malahalan Bailim, and just like by Shlamim, Yadav Tivienu, it's talking about the owners of the Korban. The Yisrael, Afkan Bailim, also by Bikurim, the Bailim, HaKetzah. So how do you work? If you need both the Kohen and the Yisrael to wave, how do you do it? Kohen Yadav Dachas Yad Bailim U'Meinif. Kohen puts his hand under the hands of the owners, and they wave for the Bikurim and the Shlamim. So the Gemara says, "My havi Allah." What's the halacha? Rav Nachman Omrim is man b'shmini shalchad. Rav Nachman says, you say shechianu on Shmini Atzeres. Sheish Amar ein Omrim is man b'shmini shalchad. Sheish says you don't say it. V'hilchasa Omrim is man b'shmini shalchad, like we do. You say shechianu on Shmini Atzeres. Tanya Kavasi de Rav Nachman. A Bryce like Rav Nachman. Shmini regel. Bifnei Atzmo, Linyan Pazar Kashav. Shmini Atzeres is considered its own holiday, regarding 6 things. Pazar Kashav. What does Pazar Kashav stand for? Pious, right? A lottery, right? On Sukkot, we're going to see they did a lottery. Who would bring the karbanos? Bring the parim. So you did a lottery. You started with one group of kohanim, and it went to the next one, and next one, and next one. So there's only one lottery on Sukkot, and then you just went to the next group in order. But for Shmini Atzeres, for the Kabbalah, there's a new lottery. Zman b'fnei atzmo, Yisune Ushakyan, like we said before. Like the halacha is like regel b'fnei atzmo, it's own regel in terms of you don't sit in a sukkah. Korban b'fnei atzmo, it has own korbanos. Shira b'fnei atzmo, it has own shir. Bracha b'fnei atzmo, it has own bracha that you say. You mentioned Shmini Atzeres in Shmona Esrei and Bergos Hamazon. Shmuel, are you astonished that we did the daf so quickly in 15 minutes?
I can't believe
with miut schok. It says in Pirkei Avos we're supposed to have a little bit of joking. Someone told me the pshat is that you have to make sure you at least have a little bit of joking, right? The Torah's nickness as long as you joke a little bit.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer, Shmuel? You prefer the shir with a lot of joking around and a lot of leitzanos, or you like a shir like this? He likes leitzanos, me also. All right, have a good day. Bye.